classic story of a mentor and his protege, a master and his teacher, decades of history, generations of their family's legacy, potentially one of the greatest stories ever told, just to be put on the back burner for Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll. God, so I guess common sense isn't that common nowadays. Triple H looks at Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, goes in his toolbox, grabs a drill, and screws it up. And this is crazy. This shit got me feeling like Gucci Man. Oh, why you say that, Bobby Monsoon? Because we had a good storyline until we got robbed. They took it all away. This company's a disgrace. Mania like he did a few years ago. Whoa, nah. Me and my man Dad said this in the chat yesterday, and unfortunately he was right. WWE big surprise on Crackdown was none other than the 1,686 discount. WrestleMania tickets, 25% off. Great. I promise you. You can download the Groupon app right now, and you're not going to get as many discounts as WWE. This company reminded me of the people I seen when I took a visit to the Wax Museum. They ain't moving! For the life of me, I don't know what this company is doing. This show is about as small as a mouse. Nah, it's about as small as a mosquito. Nah, it's about as small as microplastics. I promise you, they need to take this whole card and trash it. Man, this... Can you believe this? The least thing you could do is give bro some quality handcuffs. I guess the $3 billion of debt is in full effect. Man, I promise you, a wet paper towel would have held up a lot stronger than the cheap handcuffs you had Drew McIntyre out there looking like a complete fool there. Bro went from being the undisputed champion a few weeks ago to being the first match on WrestleMania that you get to watch for free on ESPN2. Great. The booking of Drew McIntyre was just like them handcuffs they sent them out there with. Falling apart! And this is annoying. Now, amazing. Then he left drivers like Apollo Crews and Johnny Gargano and catering. I hate that. This is bad, man. Next, you got Jacob Fatu versus Tama Tonga, and you know who Tama Tonga came out with? Solo Sonoa, Bachaloa, Jeff Nye, and Hakuna Matata. The MFTs. Jeff Nye and Hakuna Matata. The MFTs. Still blaming Paul Levesque for all of this. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about that, man. What do you think about my man Royce Keys is back? Or should I say he made his debut? I'm saying he's back because he debuted on Royal Rumble, then disappeared. But beggars can't be choosers, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to do too much complaining. Royce Keys is here. Also, what do you think about Pat McAfee still in Cody Rhodes championship? Maybe we get Pat McAfee being the new champion now. Who knows, man? WrestleMania 40 snooze 7 days away. We'll see. I'm going to see y'all Sunday for Dynamite, my AEW people. We got Dynamite, MJF, Kenny Omega. We got Chris Jericho, Ricochet. We got Ospreay, Moxley. Tony Khan gonna cook up a feast Sunday, and I'm waiting. I'm gonna holler at y'all Sunday. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Cjax back with another video, and today we have another
absolutely horrible episode of Friday Night SmackDown that even before I was even born, you know what I'm saying? Before I was even born, when did this ever take place where a D-lister was coming onto the scene to join a WWE Championship feud with zero storyline to him even being there? And I'm noticing it to build a story for someone else who's supposed to be heavily being the main part of the build, but Cody wasn't the main part. It was The Rock, and then it was probably Cody or Roman, you know what I'm saying? And that was it, and then it was Rollins. And then you had Mania 41, it's Cena's final Mania, and that's why you're getting these big boss calls to apparently put Pat McAfee in. It's the same redundant stuff. They would never shove a celebrity into a storyline at Mania for a title, a world title, with Punk involved or Roman involved. They wouldn't even do it for Seth Rollins. They definitely wouldn't do it for Cena or Rock or anyone like that. So there's no way that you can tell me that Cody's on the level of these dudes. He's not even half of the dudes that these guys are as WWE champions and as main eventers. He just isn't on that level, and we all should be able to understand that and respect it and acknowledge it. And again, because in Pat McAfee's promo, half of the dudes that these guys are as WWE champions and as main eventers. He just isn't on that level, and we all should be able to understand that and respect it and acknowledge it now. And Patrick McAdiddy and Cody Rhodes are back at it again, because in Pat McAfee's promo, he literally says the words, "Get deep," after Cody Rhodes, he tells Cody Rhodes to kiss Triple H's butt and says to get deep in those Paul Levesque cheeks. Yes, you heard that right. Get deep in those Paul Levesque cheeks. That is what Pat McAfee had to say. I have no words. That's his words, not mine. I have no words. It's absolutely ridiculous at this point, man. Who's hot? Who's not? You tell me who's top? Who popping down? This show is garbage. That's what we have for WWE WrestleMania 42 ticket sales. The attendance is slated to be the lowest attended WrestleMania in 20 years. In 20 years. I'll say that again. The lowest attended WrestleMania in 20 years, guys. You cannot tell me that it's the ticket prices. You cannot tell me that it's, The Rock's fault. TKO, Ari Emanuel, Patrick McAfee. Guys, the product is awful. The roster is awful. The stories are non-existent, and the matches are repetitive, sloppy, and boring. And the sooner that you accept this stuff, you will be better off for it. I've been telling you guys for around a year and a half now, you know what I'm saying? About to be a year and a half soon. I've been telling you guys, bro, that this guy, Paul Levesque, triple fraud, has zero idea how to book these storylines. He has zero idea how to make great stories, how to make great TV consistently, how to tell great stories, and how to make great PLEs and how to build an actual Mania. The reason why Mania 40 had a great build had nothing to do with Paul Levesque. The reason why Mania 39, it's been officially revealed that Vince McMahon had some creative control and had final authority apparently at Mania 39 as well. And then you skip to Mania 41, right? Mania 41, guys. Triple H has all the freedom he has. He's had a year of booking. He has all these things. He's got Cena's final Mania. Roman Reigns is there. Punkinator's there. Rollins, Cody, everybody you want. And the show was awful. The build was awful. And WrestleMania 41 had a noticeable decline in ticket sales and attendance than Mania 40. Then worse. And we're going to sit here and blame this on TKO? What happens, guys, in the year between each WrestleMania? What's happening for those 12 months? Why do those shows suck? Championship reigns all forgettable, bad, or meaningless. Why are those things happening? And the reason why is because of Triple H and the quote-unquote creative team's booking. You have to understand this. Paul, you know what I'm saying? I'm a moron. I've been called a bunch of different things. But one thing you will never be able to do is call me wrong. Because no matter what happens, everything that plays out inside of this garbage product on these trash shows, you can always count on me to tell you the truth and to have predicted it happening way in advance. I said a year and a half ago that Triple H is going to run this stuff into the ground, and you see what happens. What's the difference between what I said is going to happen and what's actually happening, guys? I said Cody is a terrible champion. He's had 3 bad reigns. I said Triple H is a bad booker. Therefore, every other championship reign the last couple of years has been absolute garbage, pretty much. Literally 95% of them have been absolutely horrible, okay? Absolute trash. No stories, no memorable feuds. There hasn't been a memorable or exciting feud since Punk and Drew McIntyre. That was, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it leaned on real-life elements and storyline elements in order to make it that good. Since then, we've had nothing. We've had nothing, guys. We've had absolutely nothing. So again, piece of WWE last year. His quotes, not mine. Go look it up if you think I'm lying. And you see Pat McAfee confirmed to be in the storyline and you don't think Triple H has anything to do with it, you're just being delusional, guys. If you believe that Triple H has nothing to do with Pat McAfee and Jelly Roll being in this Mania feud, you are being delusional and you're brainwashed. Simple as that. Now, Cody Rhodes and Rhea and Io are basically just hugging up. On each other as per usual, hugging up on each other all up close, talking about some, I love your body, Io. Oh, you love my body. I love your body. I like your hands. I like your arms. I like your legs. You like my legs. Oh, you like my body, yeah? It's pretty good, isn't it? Like, what are you talking about? This stuff is just so ridiculous at this point, man. Are you guys gonna do anything with Io Sky, or are you just gonna have her job out next week and then go hug up on Rhea, then job out and then hug up and then job out and hug up? It's the same garbage we get every week. You're an animal, Jacob, and I'm gonna beat you in a throat much because I can't stop thinking about pork, and I can't stop thinking about Rumen, and I can't stop thinking about Cutie, and I can't stop thinking about Fatu, and I can't stop thinking about Rodney. Anyways, we then move on to get the crowd hype multiple times. No one really cares. And unfortunately, he does have an amazing story, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I thought the story they did in the little video package for him, that was really cool stuff. But nobody cares about what this guy is doing. It's as simple as that. Royce car keys, get your keys and park your car in catering because you're going to be there probably for a long time after tonight. You'll be getting knocked down. It's Berto, you know what I'm saying, from Los Garza, and jobs out Berto. But before that happens, Berto hits him with drop kicks. He knocks down Royce Keys at least 4 or 5 times in this match. A powerhouse should not be getting knocked down by Berto, who is a jobber, who we've seen wrestle maybe 2 matches in the last 3 years. You understand? It makes no sense, and it makes Royce Keys, who's supposed to be a powerhouse, look like a regular wrestler just like everybody else. And how about having new powerhouses, quote-unquote, debuting and beating up jobbers? Why don't you have them actually beat up decent mid-carders? What's it called? He throws up the middle finger on the way to the ring. He's flicking it's the business of Cody Rhodes. Cody then brings up a booker named Paul Botch, which is fitting because you could literally call the booker of the show that Paul Levesque. You could literally call him Paul Botch and we wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So I don't even know why we're even talking about Paul Botch. Is that your boss? Who is Paul Botch? You know what I'm saying? Who's that? Anyways, that basically takes place. That's a situation with family. I respect you. This show sucks. And Cody says, runaway stooge. And then he basically says that Cody's going to go backstage and kiss, or what's it called? I think he says, yeah, go kiss Triple H's butt. You know what I'm saying? And then he says, go deep in those Paul Levesque cheeks. Those are Pat McAfee's words, not mine. I gotta say, this was pretty hilarious. I'm going to be honest with you. Literally begging for love, begging for respect, and begging for care from the fans. This is embarrassing. This show sucks. Anyways, love, what's it called? Trick Williams is doing the whoop that trick, and Lil Yachty's going, what? What? Yeah. What? Yeah. What? So stupid. Trick Williams is doing the whoop that trick, and Lil Yachty's going, what? What? Yeah. What? Yeah. What? So stupid. And Trick Williams is doing the whoop that trick, and Lil Yachty's going, what? What? Yeah. What? Yeah. What? Whoop that trick, and Lil Yachty's going, what? What? Yeah. What? Yeah. What? So stupid. Stupid. Last week with the ref's arm not working, that's a hilarious comedic moment. But then doing a finger poke of doom to the Miz, and then doing a Danhausen boot and pinning Kit Wilson was just stupid. This was one of those moments where Danhausen was just missing, man. Danhausen is very hit or miss. He's hit more than he's missed for sure, but man, bro, this was just stupid. And then after this took place, we got to the main event. Io Sky got jobbed out by Jade Cargill because Michin and B Fabulous were beat up backstage by Rhea earlier, and this to be canceled or shortened heavily ASAP because this is horrible, bro. We need a new creative team, we need a new plan, and we need a new approach to this absolute trash show that's completely dead. Thank you all for watching. Have a phenomenal day. Peace out, and one love.